In our previous video, we explained the meaning of a function and how to solve a basic equation involving function. But in today's video, we'll be looking at how to solve inverse of a function. But before we continue, please follow this channel for more videos. To solve an inverse of a function, we have to take note of the following thing. The first step is assume f of x to be, if you assume f of x to be y, then the second one is you make x the subject of formula. Make x the subject formula. Then the third part is substitute y to be equal to x. Consider the following example. Example 1. If f of x is equal to 2x plus 5, then we should find f of x inverse. So remember the rule we stated here. First of all, assume f of x to be y. So now, when we assume f of x to be y, we can now say that y is equal to 2x plus 5. The second rule states that make x the subject of formula. Now, for us to make x the subject of formula here, we can now take 5 across. This is y minus 5, which is equal to 2x. And x now is equal to y minus 5 divided by 2. Dividing by coefficient of x. So this is the second rule. Okay, let me divide this. The third rule said we should substitute y to be x. So now I have my f of x prime to be equal to, wherever you see x, wherever you see y in this expression, you replace it with x. So this is x minus 5 divided by 2. And this is our final answer. Example 2. If f of x is equal to 2x plus 3 divided by 2, find f of x inverse. Then rule number 1, set the equation to be y equal to y. That is, y now is equal to 2x plus 3 divided by 2. Rule number 2, make x the subject of formula. To make x the subject of formula here, we'll cross multiply. And this is 2y is equal to 2x plus 3. And this is equal to 2y minus 3, 2x. And have that x now will be equal to, when you divide by the coefficient of x, then I have that this is 2y minus 3 divided by 2. Then rule number 3. Whenever you see y, replace it with x. This is 2x minus 3 divided by 2. And this is our final answer. Example 3. If f of x is equal to ln 3x plus 2. Find f of x inverse. In this case, well, rule number 1, y is equal to ln 3x plus 2. Rule number 2, make x the subject formula. But how can we now make x the subject formula since this expression is having ln? In the rule of mathematics, ln exponential or exponential ln is equal to 1. So since I already know that exponential ln is equal to 1, I can multiply both sides by exponential. Then this is exponential y is equal to exponential ln 3x plus 2. And this is exponential y is equal to 3x plus 2. So making x the subject of formula now, I have that exponential y minus 2 is equal to 3x. Then my x will be equal to exponential y minus 2 divided by 3. So the final answer, my inverse will be exponential x minus 2 divided by 3. And this is my final answer. Example 4. If f of x is equal to x divided by 2 plus 4, find f of x inverse. Rule number 1, f of x is equal to y, which is yx divided by 2 plus 4. Rule number 2, make x the subject formula. To make x the subject of formula, I can take this 4 here, which is y minus 4 is equal to x divided by 2. Then when I cross multiply, I can say that x is equal to 2 into y minus 4. And now f of x inverse will be equal to 2 into, wherever you see y, you put x minus 4. Example 5. If f of x is equal to 3 plus log x plus 1, find f of x inverse. Rule number 1 said f of x to be y. This is y is equal to 3 plus log x plus 1. Rule number 2, make x the subject formula. So then I have that this is y minus 3 is equal to log x plus 1. Then in this case, I will multiply both sides by exponential, which is this is exponential y minus 3 is equal to x plus 1. So making x the subject of formula, I can say that x is equal to exponential y minus 3 minus 1. Then the third rule, wherever you see y, you substitute it with x, which is exponential x minus 3 minus 1. And this is my final answer. Example 6. If f of x is equal to exponential 3x plus 1, Find f of x inverse. Rule number 1, set f of x to be y. Y is equal to exponential 3x plus 1. Rule number 2, make x the subject formula. Then I have y plus 1 is equal to exponential 3x. So remember the lane exponential and exponential lane. So if I multiply both sides by the lane, and I have lane y plus 1, and this is equal to 3x. Dividing both sides by the coefficient of x, I have that x is equal to ln y plus 1 divided by 3. Rule number 3, whenever you see y, substitute x. This is ln 3 plus 1 divided by 3. This is our final answer. Thank you for watching our video. Always remember to follow this channel. If you have any question, don't hesitate to email us at science-elearningacademy@gmail.com. Science-elearningacademy, one word, @gmail.com.